I'm not trying to dance.
She came here to eat. I guess back in the day they had, nice spread or whatever at the parties. But
yeah.
So Pooter steps on somebody's foot, and that starts literally a gang fight.
Gang war right up in the theater. Because he was
gang fight.
Yeah. And nobody saw that coming.
No. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, did you just say GDs?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Disciples. yeah. Like, ooh, you were what army? Disciples. Oh, yeah. GDs. It's like, and the thing is that Pooter tried to calm the situation. Even then,
he did.
I got to give it to him, man, because he didn't like run out of there like, oh, shit's going down, I'm scared. But he manned up. And he was like, look, man, we ain't got to do all this. I'm really sorry. And then it was somebody that threw something at the other leader.
Yeah.
That threw something at him, hit him in the head, and that was it.
It was over then.
It was over.
It was over.
He ended up punching and it just was a big old fight after that.
It was a big fight. The fellas was running and Pooter was hiding behind.
They tore that theater up,
They ripped through the screen.
Somebody got through the screen.
Somebody got whooped on and thrown through the screen.
They had to turn the movie off, and it's just chaos on the stage, chaos in the audience, everywhere. They tore that theater up.
Which I've never seen in real life. You ever seen somebody get thrown through a theater screen?
I ain't never seen anybody run up on a theater screen stage, let alone getting thrown
how
through.
How does that even happen?
It's the 60s, bro.
It's the 60s. They had stages.
It's the 60s.
All I remember is he got thrown through the screen. It showed some random young kid going, ha, 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 ha. I'm like, who kid is this in the movie where they just put him in there laughing hella loud? Like, close-up on his face laughing. I know.
Yeah, here's your little 5 minutes of shine.
He got his 5 cents for your 5 minutes. He must have been the director's son or something like that.
Might have been.
He got some shine. So Preach and Brenda began a real relationship and become boyfriend and girlfriend and have this incredible like montage of them walking through the city, and because nobody got a car, so they literally walking everywhere, and they by the train station and in the streets, and you can kind of tell that they're like boyfriend and girlfriend, like falling in love, teenage love type of thing.
And he's still with Sandra, by the way.
He's still with Sandra.
They're not totally broke off.
Sandra was still Preach's original girlfriend. But Preach,
or were they broken off by then?
I would assume they was. I always assume they was. I'm like, he spent so much time with Brenda.
Yeah.
You couldn't have another girlfriend.
There never was that conversation. Like,
there was never a conversation. And like I said, it's a 70s movie, but based in what was going on in the 60s.
Right.
I would never hate on it for that, but that was one piece that they forgot to detail out. Like, why didn't we see a conversation between Sandra and Preach about this is over? Right. Go ahead and be with your yellow girl. This is over.
Right.
All we know is he just moved on to another chick.
While he was still.
So it's like, was they together or wasn't they? Because that's pivotal because of how it ended with the whole Cochise thing. It's like, it mattered whether Sandra was still his girl, but they never explained it. So that's kind of where the writing kind of slipped a little bit, because it would only took like a minute and a half for them to have a conversation.
Right.
Well, if you're going to be with this high yellow bitch, then go ahead and be with her. We're done.
Right.
Then you'd be like, all right, cool.
Right.
But the way they made it seem was like they were still together because of how him and Cochise ended up beefing.
Well,
it was kind of weird.
We'll get to that part.
Yeah, we're going to get to it.
Yeah, I got some ideas on that.
Okay. So we go from there. We go from the montage that there, Brenda and Preach is literally in love and hanging out and stuff, and everybody kind of knows they're together. So they finally have sex. And Brenda pretty much tells him, like, I'm a virgin. Like, I don't be doing this, dude. Like, this is my first time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Preach, in your opinion, do you think Preach knew that she was a virgin?
No.
Yeah, I thought
I could tell by the expression on his face that it kind of lifted a weight off of him, because he thought that somebody that beautiful, I know she's probably been with a few guys already. And it's I'm the virgin.
Yeah. And it's kind of how what people are going through now. You see these IG models and they're getting judged on their beauty.
Right.
And most men would assume that she fucking everybody.
Right.
She's an IG model with 1 million followers. She got all these people in her DM. She got to be fucking everybody. And most of them ain't.
No.
You only got one. You don't have the time to do it. You flying to Dubai and doing all these photo shoots, and you might be doing cameos in movies and stuff. Where do you find the time to fuck all these dudes? It's impossible.
Yeah.
So it's like we kind of going through the same thing now with the IG model. They get a bad rap. Yes, you might have some that are, giving up a lot to a lot of dudes, but I would say most of them probably ain't. Most of them is probably just hustling and giving you the appearance of a girl that's out there doing that. But they probably really ain't doing all that though. Because, like, once again, how would you have the time?
Right.
Like, that takes a lot of time to be flying all over the place, having sex with all these men while building this great Instagram career.
Yeah.
In film and television. Like, you got to have time to do all this shit.
Yeah.
So people got to, it was weird though, but seeing that, like, but I have the same feeling you got. I feel like he probably thought she was experienced. Definitely not a hoe. But he definitely thought she had some experience. Yeah. Because she came off as very mature.
Yeah.
So most of us would think that a mature, beautiful woman would have had a sexual experience at 17 years old.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't. Especially back then.
Yeah.
Back then, it was, you put that chastity belt on.
Yeah.
And you wasn't giving up nothing.
No.
Without a ring. You had to marry somebody's daughter to hit it. Yeah. And her father would tell you that.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do with my daughter. You put a ring on her finger.
Yeah.
You ain't about to just be hitting it.
Hitting it, and then I don't see you next week.
Nah. We're not doing that in this house.
Nah.
So after sex, Preacher, this is the one time when I can say Preacher was a dumbass. He mentions the bet between him and Cochise to her. Why would you do that, Preach?
He was so mind blown by the experience.
Was the sex that good? You just forgot.
It was.
To shut the fuck up about the bet?
It was. Here's the funny part. We weren't even, as an audience, we weren't even thinking about the bet.
I forgot about the bet.
I totally forgot about the bet till he said something. And when he said it, you should have saw my look on my face. I was like,
oh. It was like,